A quiet line of free weights, treadmills, and stationary bikes frame the walls of this small room on Quinnipiac University's North Haven campus. It's long been said that this gym is one you may see in a hotel. But upon the opening of the North Haven campus, plans were drafted up for an impressive 8,000 square foot gym facility. It had space for over 60 pieces of equipment, a spin room, and a dedicated physical training room. Then, a few years into the campus's life, this is what opened instead. The space actually used to be the North Haven campus's bookstore. Because of that, there's a lot of windows leading into the cafeteria. The glass has since been frosted, but some students are still uncomfortable with the location.
My biggest problem with it is that it is in the cafeteria and that there's just a nice direct sight line whenever you're in there. Being like in the caf with people passing by versus like being in a gym where everybody's there for the same purpose, it feels a little different.
The gym also lacks a locker room, which can make it uncomfortable for students who want to use the facility before classes. There's a common misconception that there are no showers at all on the North Haven campus. There are. They're just an almost 3-minute walk from the facility, and there's only 2 of them, one in the women's bathroom and one in the men's. Plus, the size of the facility poses an issue for its capacity.
It's really not like functional for like more than like 5 people, 6 people to be in there at once.
Meanwhile, the massive 4th floor of the School of Law sits unfinished and unused. Let's take a look back at how we got here. In 2007, Quinnipiac purchased the North Haven property from an insurance company, Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. 2009 to 2010, the school begins announcing that the School of Law and Education would begin migrating to the new North Haven campus. Plus, around that time, the university announced it would begin opening an entirely new medical school. Most of those buildings were anticipated to open around 2014. In the middle of that construction, fall of 2013, the Quinnipiac Chronicle reported that the university announced plans for the 8,000 square foot facility. At this time, plans had been drafted up for the project. Then, come fall of 2015, the school opened the gym facility currently on the North Haven campus. In the time since then, more small additions and renovations have been added, but the facility's space has remained the same. The additions that have been made are really thanks to the efforts of a few leaders at the university. Dean of Graduate Affairs Gina Frank, Director of Fitness and Wellbeing Tammy Riley, and more recently, the law school's dean, Brian Galini, pushed for the construction of the facility and upkeep of it since. In the past few years, the gym has been repainted and had more equipment added, including a stair stepper, a second treadmill, and dumbbells.
We used to joke around saying we had a hotel version fitness center, and we were being kind about that, but we shouldn't be offering ourselves just a hotel version. It should be a step up, which I think we've made that step up and we're good for a few years running now.
Dean Frank isn't alone in that evaluation. The gym has come far, but many say it still pales in comparison to the recently renovated main campus gym, which has a plethora of machines, free weights, and even a rock climbing wall. Pitting it up against the planned 8,000 square foot facility gives a similar feeling. Plans for that proposed gym, obtained from Centerbrook Architecture, show an expansive facility on the first floor of North Haven's Building 4. You'd enter into a lounge and reception area. Past those, an open area with equipment like recumbent bikes and cable machines. Ahead and to the left, a room with space for 20 spin bikes. There was also plans for a dedicated lifting area with free weights and benches, plus an open studio space. The planned facility even had rooms for physical training and exams, as well as large locker rooms. According to the Director of Fitness and Wellbeing, Tammy Riley, Quinnipiac had already put down a $20,000 deposit for equipment during planning.
So I was like, oh my gosh, we just lost $20,000.
Luckily, the equipment company allowed the university to put that money into equipment for the current gym. As for Building 4, it's now home to classrooms, labs, and the storage facilities seen on the right of those plans. In an email, Salvatore Filardi, Vice President of Facilities and Capital Planning, said he believes that there were funding and priority issues that led to the facility never being constructed. Others I asked about the status of the facility after its initial proposal say they were never involved in conversations regarding its progress or the decision to not go through with construction.
Then a few months before, they were like, we're not putting a gym here. And so I don't really know why. Was it finance? Was it, I'm not in those conversations.
Quinnipiac's Associate Vice President for Public Relations, John Morgan, said that the university's master plan has evolved since 2013. In a statement, he said, quote, Quinnipiac is committed to supporting the well-being of the entire university community. In 2023, Quinnipiac opened a new state-of-the-art $45 million recreation and wellness center, reinforcing our commitment to the community's well-being and providing a comprehensive array of recreation, fitness, and wellness services. He continues, all members of the university community have access to the 60,000 square foot facility. This major investment reflects the university's belief that health, wellness, and balance are essential components of the Quinnipiac experience, end quote. But with busy schedules and a 10 to 15-minute drive, a workout on Main may not be feasible for some students.
As med students, we don't really get down to the main campus a lot.
And leaders at the North Haven campus struggle to start conversations about expansion because the space doesn't get much use. Dean Delaney says it's difficult to evaluate the reason for low usage when the space doesn't have the equipment to meet demand.
We dealt with this even in the modest renovations that we did do, because the concern was, well, you already have a space and it's just not getting a lot of use. And this was my exact point. It's like, if it doesn't have equipment that meets the use case, it's hard to really evaluate whether or not students don't want it.
As of now, there are no further plans for North Haven's gym, but those invested say they remain optimistic about its future.
I'm hopeful because I really do believe that we need another functioning space on that campus. I know it's a lot of money. I know just the infrastructure, the build, and the upkeep, it's not inexpensive, but your health is so important.
Reporting on Quinnipiac University's North Haven campus, Evangeline Crossley, QNN.